hard. You know, Clayton Hires put me through some of the most strenuous days, and I only say that because I never enjoyed it. It was get a win and then get on to the next one, and I really tried to appreciate this moment. Like generally when I pray before a fight, I pray for victory, but tonight when I prayed, I just thank God for the opportunity, and it's a rare one. It's a rare one. I was fortunate to be here, and grateful that it was.
What is the message when you raise your arm with Silva, both winners? What is the message?
Well, I thought I won the first 3 rounds. I mean, you have to understand, he let me win the first one. He always lets me win the first round. That's like one of his strategies. He feels you out. He lets everybody win the first round. And I did the same thing in rounds 2 and 3 that I did in the first round. But I slipped somewhere in the 4th round, and then they brought the doctor in at some point because I had a bloody nose or something. It's like, come on, you're making this look way worse than it is. It was 3 rounds to 2. I thought I won that fight.
All right. Chael, you're still undefeated.
Oh, yes. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. You have to understand, the last 2 fights, whether I like it or not, were stoppage losses. So a draw is a big step in the right direction. On the other hand, of the 6 completed rounds I've had with Anderson Silva, I won all 6. He has never won a round against me. That's a reality. Tonight, he won rounds. So big deal for me to get a draw, big deal for him to win a round.
What's next for you?
Somebody else now?
Well, this whole thing was just part of the process. I'm boxing Jorge Masvidal. I got called out for that fight. I have agreed to that fight. This was all part of the training process. And I learned some stuff tonight, man. Anderson, when he gets going, he tricked me a number of times. And I do not like to get tricked in there. I like to see that stuff coming. But, I mean, he would move one way and hit you with the other. He'd show you the right hand and then hit you with the left. He was very tricky and he was very fast. And I only say that because, I mean, the guy's the better part of 50. Like, if he is tricking me to the point that he can get some of those hands on me, I'm going to have to respect Jorge Masvidal a little bit more than I wanted to.
And how do you feel like Masvidal is 10 years younger than Anderson?
Yeah.
How do you feel this challenge against you?
Yeah, I fully agree with that. I mean, Masvidal is also smaller. Masvidal is a little bit overrated. I mean, in all fairness, within his own mind, I can't remember the last time that he won a fight. He gave me a threat. He said, I won't even use my right hand. I'll put that in the contract. I'm like, okay, stupid, put that in the contract. I didn't ask for that, but go ahead and put that in there. Then he talked about, I'm going to pay you $10 million. Well, I didn't ask for $10 million, but again, stupid, put that in the contract. Like, I mean, just keep talking. Like, it just keeps getting worse for Jorge Masvidal. And, yeah, man, there's some people you play with, there's some people you don't. Put me in the category of don't. Do not challenge me unless you want to fight me.
What about Brazilian fans?
Man, the Brazilian fans were great. I had a great time. They were very good sports. I got to tell you, they were a little late to the party. Like, the Brazilian fans really didn't get it for a while. I mean, they didn't get it, that we're telling a story. And there is a difference of opinion on what respect is in martial arts. And there's some of the traditional guys that think there's a respect and honor and bowing to your face. They put a knife in your back as soon as you turn around, but they will bow to your face. I believe it's more honorable to tell you to your face that I'm going to put a knife in your back when you turn around, and then when you do turn around, I will.
Anderson said he was thankful for you. And are you thankful for Anderson and your career?
Yes, it was very sweet. I didn't know where I fit into Anderson's career. In my career, there's no story. Nobody remembers me. There's no main events, there's no title fights if it's not for Anderson. Everything where somebody thanks me or they remember me or something like that over time, which is a wonderful feeling, but all of those feelings they tie back to Anderson. And it's not the same for him. He had other big opponents. He fought for other world titles. He had other big pay-per-views and rivalries. So I didn't know if I mattered to him. He mattered to me, but I didn't know if I mattered to him. And it made me feel good to know that he looks at our rivalry and he looks at our competition as a highlight in his career, man. That's a big honor coming from a GOAT. Oh man, he is so good. I will tell you this. When you watch Anderson Silva, I think that you guys see a really good fighter. I think you guys see a really good athlete. Like, he has movements and motions. He will trick you. I mean, to box him is a scary thing, but it's so much less scary because now he doesn't have all of his weapons. He's so crafty. What you don't know about him because of his craftiness, you don't know how tough that son of a bitch is. He is tough, and he also comes off as a very nice guy. he is a dirty, rotten cage fighter when he has to be. I mean, he will be as nice as you are to him, and he'll let you go first. But if you want to get down and dirty, that guy he's tough, man. People don't know that about Anderson. It's the same thing with John Jones. You know, Anderson and John are kind of in this category of their own because they're so dynamic. Those sons of bitches are tough on top of everything else. Which pains me to say, by the way. I mean it as a compliment, but it pains me to say it.
Your son became famous here in Brazil because of the joke he made to you.
Oh, one more time, please.
Your son became famous here in Brazil
Yes.
because of the joke he made with you about Anderson Silva fight.
Yes.
What do you thought of the fight tonight?
Yes. He was awesome. My son was awesome. He came to every practice. He's got his own baseball and wrestling career going on, and he would schedule that with the coaches so that he could be at every single boxing practice. I never had a drop of water if he didn't hand it to me. I never knew what round it was if he didn't tell me. We sparred every single day, and yeah, I mean it was a big part. He does not have to go become a fighter, but if he chooses to do that, I will. I'll be there to support him.
And what he thought about tonight's fight?
What did you think about tonight's fight?
I thought it was a good fight. I thought you could have done. I thought you could have done a little bit harder because it felt like you were going a little soft all the rounds. It was good. It was good.
You thought my power? I was pulling power.
Yes.
And who won the fight?
I think it was a draw, like everybody thought.
Wow, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I was only holding back because I didn't know how much energy I had. I've never foxed for 5 rounds. So I was trying to feel him so I could come on later, but it's tiring in there. I'll tell you, it was tiring in there.
First of all, what's foxing?
Foxing?
You just said fox.
All right.
I love you.
I'm ready.
Thank you,
Hey, you
Chael.
guys are amazing. Thanks.
Thank you.